All right, guys, we are live again. We are going to do a congratulations card, um, purple themed, um, primarily made on the Cricut machine. So I do want to show you how I do kind of get a semblance of what it's going to look like. Um, Makes it a little bit easier to lay out some of the layers and what I want to do with the card. So I want to share the what I did with the sizes. So we have sizes to the 1 second. Let me just try to get that screen up. There we are. Hmm. Okay, that's not working. There we go. Okay, so the screen itself. Okay, what we're going to do is it's the multi-layered card on the Cricut machine. So I'm going to show you the sizes that I did, and we should. Okay, live. Gotta love it, right? All right. So we're just going to go right into the card because I am not getting my screens to work correctly. All right. I think we are good now. What a mess. What a mess. Gotta love it. All right. So we have three different layers. Our first layer is 6 3/4. Itself is duded up. Now, if you obviously you notice on the Cricut screen, you do see a lot of different layers. I have those layers on here. I put a nice stripe background to it. I think the stripe background looks really nice. You have the layered purple. You have the embossed panel here, and then you have your flowers, your gems, and your name. Congratulations. Okay, it's on a nice light purple card base. Okay, I did add some gems. I did add some silk that I'll show you how to put on. And I also added some ribbons. Okay, so let's start with the base. Okay, the base card is a light 110-pound card base folded in half. Okay, we have a 7 by 5 card. Okay, so when you cut it, it's 5 by 10 in half. There's your card base. So we're going to set this aside, and then we'll start with our printed base, which is 6 3/4 by 4 3/4. You have your zigzag next panel, okay, which is 5 by 4. And then you have your embossed smaller panel, which is also zigzag cutout, 4 by 2 3/4. Okay. What I did on this is I took regular purple ribbon, okay, and I also took the lighter ribbon, which is a thinner ribbon to make the bow. Okay. The pieces that have to be assembled are the congratulations, the oval, which is zigzag cutout, the darker oval here, okay, and then you have the flower, which is two layers. You have the cutout flower, and then you have the white uh, background, okay. And then you have also the color to make this more colorful. This is also embossed. This specific sample is not, but when you do emboss them, you get this nice raised background. So what I did with the greeting is I glued this onto here and put these two pieces through on the embossing folder with the embossing folder by Tim Holtz. Really nice rose background, and I put it through my Sizzix Big Shot machine to emboss the backgrounds. What I want to do is let's push this all aside for now. Okay, and we're going to attach this to the card base. Okay, we're going to take some glue. Okay, put in the corners. Not too much glue because this does adhere well. Okay, we're going to put this on relatively in the center. We want to make sure it's nice and centered. That's why the glue makes you able to move this around a little bit better. Okay. After that, I put my purple ribbon on, and what I use to put the ribbon on is tape. Easy, very simple way to adhere. Okay. As you can see, this is a double-sided paper. Okay, and then you just make sure it's centered, which it looks nice and centered to me. Okay, after that, I did take the thinner ribbon and put it on top. Okay, so I'm just going to cut out a small piece and center the ribbon. Same thing, I'm going to tape it down. Okay, make sure it's centered and not crooked, like that. Okay, and we're nice and centered. All right. Now our next step is putting the embossed panel on here. Okay, the embossed panel is going to need some highlighting. Okay, so you want to have some because it looks a little plain. So what I have is some dark purple. Okay, the dark purple ink. And what I'm going to do is just do the edges first. And if you notice what it does, it highlights and makes it a little bit darker. Okay. Okay, so it just gives it a little bit more depth of color, gives you a little bit more definition. And what you can do is you can highlight some of these. And if you notice, see, it looks really, really light here and looks darker here. So that just highlights and makes the roses come to life. Okay. And the more ink you add with the spun, the more dark the background will become. Okay. Now with this, I am going to raise the panel up using foam squares. And we're going to put 4 foam squares. Okay. The foam squares peel the backs off. We put the backs just in the center, like that. Okay. Once that's on, then we are going to put some ribbon, or I should say a bow. And we're going to take the thin 1/8 inch ribbon and we're going to make a bow. And the way I make a bow is I take a tail of the ribbon and I take my 2 fingers and I go around like that. And I have another tail. I cut, I take this, go behind, okay, and I go through the loop. Okay, and then I make a knot. So that's how I make a ribbon, or a bow, I should say. Now with this, we're going to attach it here with some white twine. Okay. We'll take some white twine like this, and we're going to lift up a small ribbon and put it through like that. Let's make sure it's even because we're going to make another bow. Make sure this is all in here nice. Beautiful. We're going to take the ribbon, just simple knot like that. It's nice and straight. Okay, then we'll knot this and we'll make a ribbon or bow out of this, I should say. So it's nice like that. Okay. You can trim off some of the excess because when you do mail it, you want to trim off some of that excess. Okay. So that is ready. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in the flour. Okay, and again, like I said, this gets adhered onto here. Okay, and then what I also did with the flowers is highlight the edges as well. Okay, we're going to take the ink and we're going to just highlight the edges because the white is very, very stark and I don't like having too much white. Okay. I can also kind of do the background as well, just like stamp in a little bit of ink on there. Okay, this is going to go on here, and I'm also going to use foam squares to adhere that to the card. Okay, put 1, 2. And then this gets adhered here. Okay, now if you didn't want to make this a congratulations, you wanted to make this a birthday, you can do that. You can also leave out the congratulations and leave it blank. A lot of different things. You don't have to, uh, make it a congratulations. You can do whatever you like with the card. I just thought this was a nicer uh, card for every day. So you can make this an everyday type of card. You can make it a sympathy card if you wanted to. So there's a lot of different things you can do with this card. Okay. So I'm going to also highlight this with some more ink. Okay. And you notice, see, it just brings this to life. It just brings it to life. Having white all over is just too much. Okay. This is going to get adhered here with glue, or you can raise it up with foam squares if you wanted to, but I think simple glue is fine. Attach that. Okay. And then we're going to put glue on this, just a little bit. And I think I want to put it up in here. I made it a little bit different than the first one. Okay, you can also put it down here if you wanted to. You can eliminate the purple. If there's too much purple, you can eliminate the purple background as well. Now, before we put it onto the card base, I want to put some glitter and some shimmer on here. Okay. And I'm going to use our silks from Fun Stamper's Journey, which is in my shop. If you go into our website, www.creationsbychrisandcarlos.com, and you click the shop icon or the shop link, and you go into Spellbinders, that glitter or shimmer silk is on there. And if you look at the card itself, it's got that nice shimmer to the background. Okay. Let that dry for a couple seconds. And we are going to take our card base, tidy up a little bit, and let's take our background and some glue, and we're going to put some glue on here, just a little bit. Like I said, a little bit does go a long way with this glue, and we're going to attach this to our card base. With glue, it does set up quickly, but it gives you enough time to make sure that you're nice and centered within the card. I like making the 5x7s. The 5x7s are a nice, generous looking card, and that's the card you do see out in the marketplace. So that's why I like making the 5x7s as opposed to the small A2 size cards. Okay, and it's attached to your base. And that's pretty much it. There's a lot of different variations. You don't have to make it purple. You can make it any color you like. I would show you the other screens, but we've had some technical difficulties in the very, very beginning. I do not know what was going on, but that's okay. It is live. I'm doing it by myself, but that's okay. If you're interested in these cards, I will have these cards on our website. I will have the cards on the website, www.creationsbychrisandcarlos.com, and you click the Etsy icon, and that's where all my cards are. Right now, all the cards are 25% off. There is plenty of cards that are on clearance, some cards that I've had for a while. So those really great deals are on the website. So please visit my website. There is also information on any upcoming classes in Michael's. We do have classes at least once a month at Michael's in Bayonne, and I had started doing some classes down the shore in Eatontown. So if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. Otherwise, this has been another live video that has just been lovely. No technical problems at all. None at all. Loved it. Um, and I can't even get my mouse to work. So that's okay, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. It's going to be all fine. It's going to be all fine. It will be. Uh, so I'm going to try to make this a little bit easier next time. I really promise. Um, please visit the website, creationsbychrisandcarlos.com, for any information, uh, any upcoming classes, and shop link for some of the items that I did use, some of the silks that I used, and ribbons were from the Spellbinders link. Okay, have a good day. Thanks.